Hello guys and welcome. It has been a while since I have done just a straight podcast, but I thought this would be very effective for you. Real quickly, this should take less than 10 minutes, which means the only ad that should be in this podcast is the one that was at the very beginning. Hopefully you will not have to put your phone down, or you can walk away from your phone or whatever you need to do without having to worry about a skippable ad. Also, my throat's giving me just a little bit of trouble, so please excuse me. But this is a pretty important subject I wanted to touch on real quick, and I think it will provide you with a tremendous amount of benefit. So this topic is basically going to cover how to have a successful vacation or retirement in Thailand or basically any other country in the world. And here is my first suggestion. Now, remember, I am not a preacher. This is not the gospel. I am not the tooth fairy. I don't make magic happen. This is my personal suggestions based on my personal experiences and the experiences of others. Number one, you are prepared. You did your homework. You did the research. You researched visas. You understand immigration in the country you're going to, and you have a plan. If you're coming to Thailand specifically, you either got a 180-day visa from your home country, in which you know you're going to have to make one border run and get 2 in-country extensions, or you're coming in on a visa exemption, and you know you're going to get one more exemption while you're in country, and you could potentially get another tourist visa by making a border run, or you could just get the regular 60-day tourist visa and one extension. You get the regular 60-day tourist visa in your home country, and then you get the 30-day extension here in this country. I apologize, but there's no way for me to edit this podcast, guys, so just bear with me. Next one, you have a budget. You are conscious of the budget that you have. You will stick to that budget, and you will not let anything deviate you from that budget. If you are coming on vacation and or retirement, budgets are extremely, and I mean extremely important. They pretty much dictate how much fun you're going to have, what kind of lifestyle you're going to live, what you're going to do while you're here, and whether or not you're going to have enough money in case something goes wrong, which I will get to later. It is super important to make a budget, and we're going to get into why and how to make that budget in just a second. Next, you have a substantial amount of extra income in case of emergencies. So you have a spending budget, and then you have a budget that is catered to nothing more. You will not touch it. You will go home with it as long as nothing happens to you while you are in the country, let's say Thailand, for example. While you are in Thailand, you have no accidents. You have no extra issues. You have no additional visa charges. You have no run-ins with the law. You have nothing to spend your emergency fund on. But you have at least enough money in that emergency fund, and that amount of money varies depending on what kind of a risk taker you are, what kind of health you're in. All those things are things you need to take into consideration before you decide on how much of a substantial or what a substantial amount of extra income is to you. And that needs to be money that is not included in your spendable income in your budget. The next one, very, very important. In the 1 week, 2 weeks, 6 months, or 20 years that you are here, you do not fall in love with a bar stool. It is extraordinarily important not to fall in love with the bar stool. That always ends in disaster. I won't say always. I will say 99.9% of the time, if you fall in love with the bar stool, you're going to end up in a very bad situation. I'm not just talking about with the women. I'm talking about overall in bad health, poor conditions. Probably you will lose some of the budget that you have set for yourself. It is not a good idea to fall in love with the nightlife, with the bar stool. It's just not healthy for you guys, and I want you to try to avoid that if at all possible. Now, what else? You understand that you are a guest in this country and that your Western rights do not apply here. Listen, guys. When you travel to Southeast Asia, whether it be Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, whatever, Your Western rights that you're used to do not apply here, okay? They don't care that you're a foreigner, that you come from America or anywhere else. They will treat you like they treat any other foreigner that comes into the country. You will not get the same level of respect in most cases that you would in your home country. The freedoms are different. What you can be accused of and what you can be prosecuted for are different. And you don't even have to be in the wrong to get in some serious trouble. So who you surround yourself with and the things that you do while you're here, the places that you put yourself, the environments that you place yourself in have a lot to do with this, guys. And it is very important to understand that your Western rights do not apply here. Now, how do you fix that? How do you come to terms with that? Well, the next one is you are a humble and open-minded person. You are a humble person. You do not argue with people here. You do not confront people here, especially the nationals. If you're coming to Thailand and you want to confront somebody, it better not be a Thai national, because you're going to lose that fight 100%. 100 times out of 100 times you're going to lose that fight, okay? The only exception would be if there are extenuating circumstances proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that the Thai is guilty of something that he or she has done to you. And I mean extenuating circumstances. So do not, I repeat, do not count on ever coming out on the right side of good or bad when it comes to being in a foreign country. Always be humble, be open-minded. Even if you're wrong, even if you're right, say that you were wrong and you apologize. Don't admit to guilt of a crime, but you can say, I could have done this better, I could have done that better, therefore I apologize, I'm very sorry, can we please move forward? Stay humble, please. Next, you are not running away from problems in your home country. You have an actual reason to be here. Okay, so you have an actual reason to be here. Now, what I mean by that is there's a reason why you came to Thailand. There's a reason why you went to the Philippines. There's a reason why you went to Vietnam. There's a reason why you came to the country other than I just need to get away from all my problems, because coming to Southeast Asia does not solve your problems. Wherever you go, if you are messed up, if you are screwed up, if you have problems, you take you with you everywhere you go. That's the bad news, guys. If you wish to retire here, you have spent no less than 4 months in the country that you wish to retire in. Why do I say that? Simply because time in the country is invaluable. Foot on the ground experience is something that you can never replace. If you want to take a vacation here, you have spent no less than 4 months researching the place that you want to go to. You have a plan, hotel, where you're going to stay, you know the local area, you've done your YouTube research, you've talked to a few expats on the ground, you know what you're going to do. Next, I'm trying to keep this under 10 minutes for you guys. You have made an itinerary and you will stick to it. If you come on vacation, you make an itinerary, you stick to that itinerary, maybe with slight alterations. That keeps you on budget, keeps you focused, and keeps you out of trouble. The last but certainly not least, at the first sign of a negative or lying expat, at the very first sign, at the gut level feeling that you get when you run into an expat that says, uh-oh, something might be wrong here, walk the other direction and never look back. Block them. Don't talk to them. Don't be around them. Don't involve yourself in the same social circles that they're in, and it will all but eliminate so many problems for you guys. I cannot tell you how important it is to choose your expat friends extraordinarily carefully with the utmost caution. Guys, those are simple suggestions. Leave your comments in the comment section below. I hope you got something out of this short podcast, and please let me know what else I can do to help. Take care, guys, and I will see you all soon.